With its high quality construction and amazing sound, the Corsa Xtreme is one of the most popular exhaust systems for your late model Mustang. Well, now that sound and technology is available for your Focus ST exclusively here at CJ Pony Parts. Today we're going to install the Corsa Xtreme catback on this 2014 Focus ST. This Corsa Xtreme catback exhaust system is available for your 2013 through 2018 Focus ST. Features 304 stainless steel construction, 3-inch tubing, mandrel-bends, and their patented RSC reflective sound canceling technology. What that does is give you a straight through sound for a very exotic loud tone, but doesn't have any kind of drone on the highway. It's also available with your choice of tips. They're the Pro Series tips, they're the polished, or the black chrome finish. So before we get the installation, we have to remove the factory exhaust. Now this car already had an aftermarket exhaust on it, so we're going to show you some stock footage of how to remove your factory exhaust from your 2013 through 2018 Focus ST. Now the installation is pretty straightforward. First thing you do, obviously, get the car off the ground. You will need a Sawzall or something to cut with because the factory exhaust is one piece and welded, it will have to be cut. What you want to do is find this weld right here, then follow to the curve and cut right in this area. All right, the pipe cut, we're going to start now by removing the muffler. Simply pull it off the factory hangers. All right, moving out front now, we're going to disconnect our factory catback from our downpipe. Okay, the pipe disconnecting the front, we're going to remove the hanger for the rear part of our front pipe. Now the last thing we have to do is remove this cross brace so we can remove the mid pipe. All right, the factory exhaust off and begin the installation with the front pipe. We're going to bolt it to the factory downpipe using the supplied hardware and the original or a replacement gasket. We'll put a clamp on the front pipe and then start to work on the mid pipe. Now the mid pipe you're going to put over the rear subframe, put it in the hanger and then connect to the front pipe. This part can be a little tricky. Just take your time getting the pipe over. All right, just snug down the clamp for now. We'll tighten them up later when we do our final adjustments. So now we're working on the muffler and tailpipe. This comes as two separate pieces. We actually put it together, makes it a little bit easier to install it as one complete piece and then tighten it down on the car. Start by putting it in the hangers first. All right, now we're going to snug up these clamps as well and then go through and make our final adjustments. All right, so once you're happy with the alignment and everything's tightened down, your installation's finished. As we come to expect from Corsa, fit and finish was excellent. Now let's hear how it sounds. Nice tone, definitely not overly raspy. Now let's take it out on the road. So this is a system I was kind of excited about because the Corsa Xtreme, I mean, they sound great on the Mustangs. It's such a popular system. You know, we sell a ton of them, and it is a huge fan favorite for sure. So when Corsa approached us about designing an Xtreme for the Focus market, we were on board 100%. First thing I'm going to tell you is if you're coming from the Mustang world and you're used to the Corsa Xtreme, well, the Focus Xtreme isn't as extreme, for lack of a better way of putting it. It sounds really good. It's got a nice low tone, the high RPMs, it changes tone, it gets a little bit higher pitch. It's just not as extremely loud as previous Xtremes have been. And I've heard a lot of different systems on these STs now, and people have asked me before, what's your favorite? And it's tough to choose. I mean, I like the MVRP. Cobb makes a good system for these cars. This one's in the running. I mean, I can't pick a favorite, but this would definitely be a contender for sure. Not to mention the black tips look absolutely amazing with the black paint on this car. But it sounds great throughout the RPM band. Like I said, it's a deep tone down low, the high RPM. It definitely gets more of an exotic, higher pitch tone, but it is not extremely loud. I mean, this is a system that I think most people would be happy with, even if you didn't want something over the top. I mean, if you added an off-road downpipe to this, yeah, I'm sure it would get extremely loud at that point. But here it's nice, and again, 6th gear on the highway, it's gone. I mean, no resonance, no nothing. I'm even actually trying to bog it now to make it make noise, and you still can barely hear it on the highway. I mean, this is, I would say at highway speed, just cruising off, barely on the throttle, it's not really any louder than a stock exhaust. Give it some gas though, you can hear the turbo kick in. Just a really, really good overall sounding system for this car. We have the windows up so you can hear me talking, but it still sounds great even inside the car. There's no doubt it's an aftermarket tone, an aftermarket sound, but again, it's not over the top, so don't let the Xtreme name scare you. It sounds like with the windows down. Windows down, obviously have more wind noise on the camera, but you definitely hear the turbo a lot more. Again, but it still sounds really good. I mean, it's not, you can hear the tone and it's there and it's got a really good aftermarket tone to it, but it's not over the top at all. So it's really hard to pick a favorite, but if I was driving an ST, especially since I'd be looking at an ST as a daily driver, this would be a system I would have to consider. I mean, great looks, classic Corsa fitment, everything went right on. Tip lined up perfectly center in the bumper, looks really, really good, and it sounds good too.